Welcome back to more 2d6 Dungeon. Last time we found and fought and defeated the Mire Lord in the Swamp Room, right here. Level 10 so far has only been Dungeon Lords, and I believe there's only one remaining, because that Dungeon Lord sequence only had 4 rooms. And as I said, I interpret the rules in the way that every time you find a large room, you fight one of them, and the normal sized and small rooms in between you do as usual. But we've only rolled large rooms so far, which is partly due to the fact that on level 10 you add on 2 to each die, and we've not rolled any corridors or small rooms yet. So due to that, we've only seen 3 of those Dungeon Lord rooms and done them one after the other, and have now looked for an exit shaft and actually found one. We already did the video before that in the metal chamber but didn't find one, and now we were successful in actually finding one. So now we can head back to town to restock our supplies. We've burned through quite a few potions during the few last fights, and probably just get ready to possibly have our final encounter this video, depending on how long it takes to find it. But if that is anything like the last few, it's probably gonna be the next room or the one after that. So first of all, we heal back up to 100 when returning to town, and I wanted to roughly talk about my plan here, but then I'm gonna first see how much we can sell, how much money we have. So we have that potion of dexterous actions, which the last enemy, the Mire Lord, left behind, or we looted from them. And we've also got the potion of phasing, which at this point I think is probably not gonna see much use. So I think I'm gonna sell that just for those few gold coins. I'm not sure, I don't think it's worth very much. But so then we've got 4 potion slots left. We weren't able to find any charcoal, otherwise I would have loved to make one of those dark shells, because that would have done a lot of damage to use that. I think that was like 5 damage per dungeon level. And as we've seen from the last fights, these dungeon lords up to now all had very strong interrupts, some of them even triggering on every attack by default, every primary roll, and that made the fight take that much longer. So I think only going in with healing potions might be a strategy, but that just means the fight is going to take forever and you're going to need that much more, or that many more healing potions. So I believe we should buy something offensive, something of the sort. We do have our Scroll of Thunder, which does 1 strike of 20 damage to all foes, and I was holding off on that for maybe some combat against several enemies. Actually, that's a good idea. I think I'll have a look at the scrolls as well. We might be able to buy a scroll that helps us do some damage if we don't have the potion bombs now, and then probably 2 healing potions or 3 healing potions, depending on how many we can afford. Maximum strength if possible. Yeah, I'm willing to go all out here, because obviously there's no point in saving our money now. We've already got our armor that we wanted to get. So this is probably all gonna go into potions and so on. First, I'll see you when I've calculated everything up, our treasure, our potion, and so on, that we'll be selling, and then we'll see what we can buy. Not much to add up here. So we had that gold chain, which was worth 23 gold coins, and obviously we can only sell that for half. Then the 2 high quality emeralds are 80 each. I had completely forgotten, or I knew the one we had earlier was valuable, but I thought it was like 30 or 40, not 80. So that's a lot of money, those 2 from the Jade Diviner. And the potion of phasing is only worth 2 gold. Or it's worth 4, but we can sell it for half, so 2. So I think that's gonna be the 3 items we'll sell, or 4 items, I guess. And with our magic scrolls, I do have my eye on buying a new one, but because we still have space for one more, I think I won't sell any of the old ones. Now, obviously, if we find the final boss immediately, the invisibility is gonna go unused and the thunder probably as well. But we have no guarantee that we will find the boss immediately, and so if we come across a nasty looking normal room, we might want to use the invisibility to dodge a trap or one of those rooms where you just roll and take damage if you fail and so on. Yeah, so I think it's fine to hold on to those and take one more scroll in dedicated for the final boss fight. And potions will just see how much money we have left over and buy as much healing as possible, I believe. Because the dexterous actions will use that at the beginning and then probably just have to heal. Could also think about buying gain health potions or the stronger versions of those. I'm not too sure what the name of those was, but to just go in with more healing already. I'll have to look if that's more expensive. I'm guessing it is, but that would save us from wasting combat turns on using potions. You know, because in the last few combats we had that little predicament where a potion that heals 15 HP is not even worth using, and 30 HP maybe barely, because those enemies did around 15 each turn. So if you waste a turn and sort of let the enemy get in a free hit just to heal 15 HP and you get hit for 15, it obviously comes out in a wash. So would be cool to maybe buy 1 or 2 potions that gives us more health over the maximum of 100 to just pop those beforehand and start combat already at higher HP. So we have to heal less during. But as I said, I don't know if that's too expensive. So first of all, let's sell here. So we have to barter. So again, we roll 2d6, add our adventure level and deduct our precision. So this will be a +5. And consult the market bartering table. Fine roll, +5 is a 14. Which is the one we had last time, I think, the entry. You did well and stood strong on a couple of deals. You add 10% of the sell price of the loot, rounded up. So let me do that quickly. So our total sell value was 173 gold and 5 silver, and plus the 10%, we're coming out at 190 gold and 8 silver and 5 copper. So that'll bring us up to a total, adding that to my little money tracker here, to 311 gold and 93 silver and 10 copper coins. So I think 311 gold, more than I was expecting, and that's mostly due to those HQ emeralds, high quality emeralds. So we will probably be able to afford quite a few things. So one thing I've had my eye on, as I said, one of the scrolls is the scroll of Lightning Strike, which is an offensive scroll, as I talked about, used to deal damage. And I'll have to quickly find that. Yeah, so I looked at that earlier here. So a fork of blue lightning explodes from your chest to strike your foe with unholy force. That's an instant use. And it does 1 strike of 50 damage. So that's something that can really shorten combat, I think, if you're able to start combat off by doing 50 damage. Quick reminder, the scrolls, you use 1 at the start of combat, and you don't really lose your turn, but you lose the initiative. So basically that means Usually you would attack first in most cases, and if you use the scroll, you use it. Very first thing in the combat, you use the scroll, but then the enemy attacks first, and from there on out, the turn order is basically reversed. But, you know, starting off with 50 damage seems worth it. Now that does have two dispel doubles, double 3 and double 6. Means you can't use those. But I think because we have insanely high discipline, I don't even know if we can roll a 2d6 die roll where we can't shift the dice to some double we can use. So I think we'll definitely take a Scroll of Lightning Strike. That costs 50 gold, so quite pricey, but I think that's worth it. And then for potions, I want to have a look at those. So the best healing potions are the regen ones, or the best in the sense of the biggest heal. Cost 60 gold and heal 60 health points each, and we used some of those already. And I think we'll probably have to look at getting maybe 2 of those for 120 gold. And for the gain health, there are actually no really big ones for those. The only one I found here is the Potion of Further Health, which gains you 25 health points, exceeding the baseline, for 40 gold. And I think that might be worth it. Now, obviously, with the other one, you pay 60 gold for 60 health, and with this one, you pay 40 gold for only 25 health, but you can stock that up before combat. And yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think that's cool to have that. I'll quickly see how we can use our money, and then I'll come back and show you. Alright, I have made up my mind. So we'll buy the Scroll of Lightning Strike for 50 gold, which was at 50 damage at the start of combat. 2 Potions of Regeneration, which heal 60 HP each and cost 60 gold each for 120. And then I found a potion I hadn't seen before in the potion table, magic potions table, the Potion of Divine Shield. I think because it's so expensive, I've never looked at that before, but it costs 110 gold coins, and the effect is minus 10 damage from each hit you take for one whole combat. So that's like super armor for one combat. Basically, that's exactly the interrupt that the last Dungeon Lord had, I believe. The Maya Lord had minus 10 damage on all of our hits. So we'll try to copy that, take that potion into combat as well. Now this does mean we're gonna take a few setup turns if we use the scroll and then get attacked, and then we use the potion and then get attacked, and so on. I just hope the final boss doesn't do crazy damage, but I think we should be able to tank 2 hits. We were able with the last ones, and I think this will be beautiful for combat. Just taking less, 10 less damage with each hit seems amazing. And then we also have the Potion of Dexterous Action still, which apparently is also in the Magic Potions table. So I thought that was like a unique potion that, makes sense. That's the one table I've been looking at, but that you could only find when we found that. But the rules say you can buy all types of armor, magic potions, and magic scrolls, and they are all available, just not magic items like an amulet. And you just have to pay the full price. So I guess we can buy this Divine Shield potion. And then I calculated those up, so that'll be at 280 gold, and we are at 311 and 93 silver, which is another 9 gold, so 320. So that's perfect. We've got about 40 gold left, so let's just buy a further health potion with that. And that means we are full on potions and we can drink that beforehand and start at 125 HP. Yeah, so that means all of our gold coins are spent and almost all of our silver. We're left at 3 silver and 10 copper, but with a belt full of potions. And I initially thought I might buy some ingredients for herbal remedies or potion bombs, but because we didn't find charcoal and because we now have those healing potions and basically no more money, I think we're happy with that. We're pretty loaded now, so if this doesn't help us defeat the final boss, I don't think we ever had a chance. So that's our shopping done. As I said, not gonna go to the herbalist, not gonna go to the engraver, won't buy rations, we've got enough. We can do some arm wrestling again. I mean, why not? So the way that works, we roll 2d6 and add our discipline and consult the table. Ooh, a low roll, but +7, so 11. You are doing well and the crowd cheers you on, but you've pulled a muscle during the break. A man comes up to you and gives you a healing salve to rub on your forearm. He's backed you to win and wants to see a return on his investment. Alas, you fail in the final, but still feel the effects of the salve. Gain 8 HP above your baseline. Very nice. So this will denote 108. I guess we'll do it like that again. Not sure. So even more extra HP there. I think that's pretty much ideal actually, because the only entry better than that would have been the one we got the last few times where we just gain gold coins, and those are of no value to us now, I think. So that's that, and let's do we want to pray to a god to gain strength for our final encounter? I mean, doesn't do anything game-wise for us. Or we could go to the tavern. Yeah, let's go to the temple, pray to Grakada, because she saved us last time when we couldn't return to town, and we tried to, but we didn't find an exit, and then we used the favor to heal up for the next fight. Let's do that. And that'll be our evening or our visit to town. And with that, we get back, go into the dungeon. We left off here in the swamp room. And yeah, do we just drink that potion of further health immediately? I think so. Just to have it, can't hurt, right? So let's do that. 25 HP on top will leave us at 133. Which is quite impressive. And I think let's head on probably just north again and see what kind of room we find. I think the swamp room had archways as exits. Let me double check. No, it has random exits actually. So we got a roll on the exit type table. 4 by 2, 4 and a 2. That's archways. Okay, so it does have archways. Let's just head through there. And we find, oh, that already seems like a big room, so I think level 10 is about to end. So that'll be a 6 by 8. Yeah, so it actually fits pretty perfectly up here. I think because this means this is a large room, 6 by 8, and that means this will be the final room. This will be the high throne. So I think I'll just give it a bit bigger dimensions because the map's gonna end anyways. Alright, there's the high throne, bit bigger than 6 by 8, but I think that's fine since that's gonna be our final room. Okay, so we already drank our potion, good thing we did that before entering the next room. I'll read out the description of the high throne. A tall, spired throne made of black glass occupies much of the far side of this refined room. I couldn't really convey the black glass, I think, but instead it now kind of looks like a kitchen up here with the black and white tiles, but oh well. There's our final throne room, and that's where we're probably gonna find the final boss. So the Nether Lord rises, golden magic weaving shapes between their hands. You must fight. Nether Lord. 130 HP, 4 shift as well. Also special treasure and the Lord pendants. And phasing formula. So again, this guy takes 10 less damage on every attack. Yeah, so that's gonna take forever. And these attacks are nasty. So 2 and a 3, golden tendrils. Only got a great helm on that, and the explosive orbs also only a great helm, so a full plate actually doesn't protect against this guy. So only -3 on both of those, but that's what we've got our Divine Shield potion for, right? So let's put in the HP here. And I guess we'll immediately have to fight. So I'm not sure, because I want to use that Lightning Strike scroll as our first action, and then they will have the initiative. I believe we probably won't be able to use the Throwing Axe as well. I think that only makes sense to either use the scroll or the Throwing Axe. So it'll be the scroll, of course. So let's use that scroll of Lightning Strike. And the way that works is we roll 2d6 and then we have to shift those to doubles using a discipline. And actually, if we roll a double 6, it does double the damage, and if we roll a double 1, it does half the damage, but obviously not after shifting the dice, only before, I believe. And yeah, and let's just hope we don't fail here. So we can't use double 3s or double 6s, because those are the dispel doubles from the Lightning Strike scroll. Let's hope here. Okay, 5 and a 1, that seems fine. You can use your discipline modifier to shift the dice to a double. Yeah, we've got more than enough discipline to do so. So double 5. I think it said a blue bolt strikes from our chest. Oh, and the paper got struck here as well and is ripping. And that does 50 damage. Good thing we bought that scroll, otherwise we'd be here forever probably. Might still be. So that was our initiative. So now they attack first. Now again, because we need to take our turn to drink a potion, we can't drink that Divine Shield potion yet. Oh, and actually we want to use the Dexterous actions as well. Oh, we'll have to tank a few hits, but I think once the Divine Shield is up, that's much better already. So let's have them attack us here. 6 and a 5, scarily close to a prime attack. And that can definitely be shifted to the worst of the two, the explosive orbs. 3d6 plus 12 damage, -3 from our armor, so 3d6 plus 9. And that's 8 plus 9, so 17 damage, putting us at 116. Our extra health is coming in nicely here. Okay, our turn. Let's drink the Divine Shield before we take any more big hits here. So 10 damage less for one whole combat per hit taken. Just have to remember that. Those are dangerous words, I know. I've got our rune here, Bell's rune. I wanna use that. Actually, probably should have used that just then against the explosive orbs. No, we can't. That doesn't match any dice set. Ooh, that's nasty. Okay, so we should use that against the golden tendrils first time they're rolled. Okay, that was our turn, so turn 2 or round 2 of combat, they attack. Double 5 again, so close. So another one of the explosive orbs, 3d6 plus 12, but now we've got minus 13. So 3d6 minus 1. And that's gonna be 9 damage. That's much better already. Still 9 damage, you know. Fight's gonna take a while, so can't be taking our sweet time. I think we should start doing some more damage. But probably, is the Potion of Dexterous Actions even worth it at this point? Because soon the bonus shift will kick in. Now let's do it, because we've got it. I think we will just use all of these, just because it's fun to throw everything at the final boss here. So they are down to 2 shift. And that was our turn. So now round 3 they attack again. 1 and a 6, and with 2 shift they can't do anything. Perfect, they miss. Now our turn. Let's attack here, finally. Hope for a nice ferocious strike. Oh, not quite, so 2 and a 1. That's a twisting stab, or actually a thunderous blow. That's nicer. Thunderous blow, so 2d6 plus 9 damage, minus 10, so 2d6 minus 1. And that's 8, so 7 damage. Yeah, so this is what I meant when I said this is gonna take forever. Because we're doing so little damage each turn. And I don't think we can use any more scrolls. We can't use the Scroll of Thunder now. So now we just gotta weather the storm and hope our regen potions and health and health is enough. So that was us attacking. Now round 4. Oh, and I just realized they get the bonus shift now as well, so they're at 3 shift. Let's have them attack. 4 and a 3. Not too great, so that's gonna be explosive orbs again. 3d6 plus 12, but we have that minus 13 at the moment, so 3d6 minus 1. Okay, what's that? 14 minus 1, so 13 damage. Whoa, that is more than I'd like, so putting us at 94 HP. Our turn to attack. 4 and a 1. But we have the bonus shift, right? So 3 on that and 2 on that. Puts us at a ferocious strike. So exactly 2d6 damage. 6 damage. Yeah, so this is super slow. I don't know how else to get past that interrupt. And that's not movement based, so I don't think it'll wear off at any time. So they attack again. 3 and a 5. That's another explosive orbs. I think we'll just be seeing those from now on. So again, 3d6 minus 1 damage. That's 9 damage, putting us at 85. ever since we used that scroll, we've only done 13 damage to them, really. That's worrying. Okay. Let's attack back ourselves here. We could really use some prime attacks, but no such luck. 1 and a 3. Now with our 2 bonus shift, we can turn that into Ferocious Strike, I think, because we had 6 shift. Yeah, 5 shift on that and 1 on that, barely. So 2d6 damage, only 4. Been rolling bad damage rolls as well. Don't know what else to do than just roll out all of the dice rolls here. I think basically now it's in the hands of the dice gods. So they attack us, double 2. They're at 5 shift. They can exactly get to those tendrils. So 2 and 3 is 5 shift. Explosive, and what I was trying to say is the orbs, the explosive orbs. 3d6 minus 1. 8 damage again, okay. 77. So we still got a lot of regen here, so I'm thinking we're fine, but I don't like how slowly we're doing damage to them. So our turn. 4 and a 6. It's the wrong way around. I want a 6 and a 4. Okay, but still that's going to be a Ferocious Strike. 2d6 damage. 8 damage. Not bad. If we can do 8 damage each turn, I think I'm happy. So now round 7. Actually, for this, I'm gonna track the exact round again. Just so, because I think it will be cool to see how long the fight went in the end. So round 7, they attack. 5 and a 3. They've got 5 shifts, so they can definitely do more explosive orbs. 3d6 minus 1 again. Oh, and that's a high roll, so... But the 2. Okay, so 11... No, sorry. What's that? 14 minus 1 is 13 damage. Ugh. Putting us at 64 HP. Our turn to attack. 1 and a 4. That'll be another Ferocious Strike. 2d6 damage. 7 damage. Exactly average. Seems like Grango has used up all of his exact strikes against the earlier bosses and prime attacks. And now we're just sort of doing 7 damage at a time. Okay. Round 8. Let's get attacked. 2 and a 3, which is an exact roll of the golden tendrils, but with 5 shift, they can turn that into the explosive orbs. So again, 3d6 minus 1 damage. Oh, that's another high roll. So 15 minus 1 is 14, putting us at 50 HP. Getting down there. I think it looks spicier than it is because obviously you gotta remember we've got about 120 HP stored up. Although if they do like 15 damage to us and we waste a turn to drink one of those, that's more like 45 HP each, but still good. Let's attack here. Ooh, high roll, but not quite a prime attack. 5 and a 6, that's just going to be another Ferocious Strike, so 2d6 damage. 6 damage. Oh, this is so slow. And onwards to round 9 of combat. They attack with a 6 and a 2. With their 5 shift, they can again exactly get to those explosive orbs. 3d6 minus 1 damage. Low roll at least, so only 7 damage there. putting us at 43. Let's attack back. Whoop, knocked the shift die there. 3 and a 6, that's gonna be another ferocious strike, because we had 7 shift now. So if you imagine, that's like 3 more black squares outwards from here. So I think we'll only be doing basically ferocious strikes if we don't roll double ones. But in every other case we can do a ferocious strike, I believe. So 2d6 damage, 10, nice, 10 damage. Okay. They're left at 32 HP, that seems manageable. Let's go to round 10 of combat. They attack. 2 and a 6. Now with 5 shift. Yep. Sure enough. Explosive orbs. So 3d6 minus 1. Ah, and that's a low roll at least. Down to 37. Now, I think I'm so glad I noticed that potion of Divine Shield, because taking 3d6 damage each turn is already bad, and otherwise we'd be dead by now, I think. That has now saved us. We drank that in round 2, so that has now saved us like 90, I think, or yeah, it was effective from round 2. 80 or 90 HP. Can't quite figure out right now how many attacks we've taken since then. So that was well worth it and is only getting better. I don't think we could have drank 2 of those and they would have stacked, although that would have been quite crazy, because then we'd be taking basically no damage. Okay, let's attack back ourselves here. We roll a 2 and a 6, which is just gonna be another ferocious strike. 2d6 damage. Kind of low again, 6. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just imagining it, but I feel like we've been rolling low on the actual damage roll. Yeah, feels like it. But still, I hope there's just one exact strike or one prime attack to come. But yeah, obviously no guarantee. Round 11, let's get attacked here. Oh, they mishap. Okay, I'll take that as well. The Netherlord simply laughs at your efforts, allowing you a free attack, and you try to hit them again. Okay, so we get a free attack. And again, I guess after that we do our normal attack, so now we attack twice. Okay. And that's a 3 and a 2, which is a ferocious strike. 2d6 damage. 5. Okay, yeah, I understand now why they were laughing. And our normal attack. 1 and a 5. That's another ferocious strike. 2d6 damage. 8. 1. Alright. Honestly, now he's getting kind of low. 13 HP left. Just stood there laughing. No, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I've heard that somewhere. For everyone that knows where that's from. So let's have him attack us. 3 and a 5. That's gonna be more explosive orbs. 3d6 minus 1. Yep, 8 damage, putting us at 29. And let's attack back here. Can we do 13 damage? I don't think so, because we've just been doing 2d6. And that's obviously got a maximum of 12. Imagine if we left the final boss at 1 HP. I'd be so mad. Okay, oh, I'm even more mad now. Okay. Yeah, so we miss. Now I understand why they were laughing. On to round 13. Everyone's just missing now. Let's get attacked again. 3 and a 1. That's gonna be explosive orbs, I think. 5 shift, yeah, so 4 on that and 1 on that. Really hasn't missed a beat with these explosive orbs. Haven't even gotten a chance to use my Belt Sonic rune, except that very first golden tendrils that I, yeah, of course forgot to use it. That's the story of Grunko's life at this point. 3d6 minus 1 damage. Rolled weird there, so 12. Oh, putting us at 17. I was hoping we'd be finishing him off by now, but like this, we'll have to drink a potion, because I won't be left at 17, and then run the risk of... No, that'd be very unlucky, because to take 17 damage, we'd have to roll 3 6s with the 3d6 minus 1. But, you know, stranger things have happened, and that would just be insulting at this point. So let's heal up to 77. That was our action for the round. So round 14, have them attack us. Double 3. It's just gonna be explosive orbs again. 3d6 minus 1. Okay, that's not quite triple sixes, but that's a lot of sixes, so 12 damage. No, bullshit. 14 damage. That's just a minus 1, not a minus 3. Okay, putting us at 63. And now we attack back. Can we not miss this time? I saw the one and was scared for a second, but like this, that's just gonna be a ferocious strike. 2d6 damage. Okay, nice. 9 damage. Leaving the Netherlord at 4 HP. Okay, I have a bit of a smile on my face right now, because I feel like now nothing's stopping us. Round 15, let's get attacked here. 3 and a 4, that's just gonna be explosive orbs again. So 3d6 minus 1, what's that? 12 damage. Down to 51. And let's attack back. Let's hope we can finish this now. Very nice, okay. I don't know what to say. Okay, that's perfect. What a way to end the final boss fight in the final episode of the series. Okay, so that's a prime attack. Let's do a big... Actually, it would be kind of funny to now use the twisting stab for the first time, but I won't. Let's do a big ferocious strike. 2d6 damage, can't be blocked by interrupts, so 2d6 plus 10, plus, we're doing it exactly, so plus 7 shift. 2d6 plus 17. And medium roll, but so 23 damage. Could have really used that earlier, but overkilled him by 19 here. Minus 19 HP. And that's the Netherlord done. We did it. Okay, so wasn't as close as I was afraid. Now looking back, I probably seem like I've been making a big deal during the fight when we were sitting pretty here, but I don't know, I didn't try to work out roughly how long each potion would hold, so during the fight it just seemed like our HP were going down so quickly, and theirs were going down so slowly. But some of those mishaps and so on really, I think, helped there. And although we did have a mishap of our own, but what a way to end it with the prime attack there. I couldn't be happier about that. That's perfect. All right. 15 rounds of combat as well. I'll note that down here. 15 rounds of combat. Yeah, so usually you have like a narrative moments or, you know, section like that on the character sheet if you use the printed one. But I didn't put that here because don't really need to note down narrative moments if I've got it recorded and it's a video series. But that would be something to note down, definitely. Okay, so first and foremost, most important thing, you know me, XP, 7,000. No point now, but yeah, let's take them. Grunko is at 47, 47, 2. What a nice number. Left at 51 HP. Could even drink that last regen potion to be at 100 again. And probably just has to now contemplate his life choices, what made him go down here. We roll on L10 ST, sure, why not? You know, it's a bit weird that the final boss has loot here, but let's do it for fun. It's fun to roll on tables. L10 ST, level 10 special treasure. That's a 9. In a leather box is a potion of rancid breath. Oh, nice. Also, there's a pouch containing 3d6 gold coins. Oh, the dice lovers. That's I think that's bounty here. So 16 gold coins and potion of rancid breath, which is probably just a hint that Grunko just hasn't brushed his teeth in a while. 16 gold and the Lord pendants. And let me read out the final bit of lore here. I have to quickly look for that. I think there was something about that I saw somewhere. Yeah, here. So, as long as you defeat the Netherlord and loot their body, you've become a legend. Upon their death, a portal opens, and through this you can return to the village. So back to the village, Netherlord back to the Void, the Shadow Realm, and the Lord's Pendants. So one of the treasures you find upon the Netherlord's body is the Lord's Pendants. These are valuable items of solid gold and worth 200 gold coins, but are also evidence of your success. You show these at the town as the crowd applaud your success. Lord's Pendants. You might be wondering why I'm noting these things down, but I'm obviously going to keep the character sheet in my binder here, and I don't know, it's nice to have that on there just as a completion, because we didn't put any legend status here. Usually every time you finish a dungeon level, you cross off or tick off a box on a little tracker from 1 to 10, and if you have ticked off all 10, you've become a legend, or Grunko would have become a legend in that case. I think I'll quickly look if there's any more final endgame lore, then we'll look at that, and otherwise this will probably soon be the end of the series. If you manage to complete all 10 dungeon levels, then you've become a legend. Congratulations! You present the Lord's Pendants as proof of your success in town. Your name is talked about in taverns, your feats sung about by bards. You've cleared the land of the immediate evil that threatened their very existence. Okay, sounds very nice. This means that when you return to town after completing level 10 of the dungeon, there are celebrations during which you are presented with a legendary reward and 500 gold coins. Oh, how nice. And now this really seems superfluous at this point to be noting down coins after beating the game, but the reason will become apparent in a bit. We roll on a table, legendary reward table, which is just a 1d6 roll. A 6, very nice. I don't think they are in any special order. That's the Wand of Dretas, and that's the legendary reward. You're not quite sure what this item does, but a wise person tells you that the item's power will become apparent when you take on a legendary dungeon. Now what's that? Add the reward to your character sheet and look upon your hero, for they are a legend. Now bards sing of your exploits, landlords talk of your adventures, and the townsfolk nod as you pass. You've saved this land from the denizens of the dungeon, your home is safe for the time being. Of course you may retire, but there are rumors that an even more terrible dungeon awaits. Maybe one day you will find it. Yeah, so what this is hinting at is, of course, there's expansions and follow-up content for 2d6 Dungeon. I know one of those is the lair expansion, which those lairs are like, I don't know if they're smaller than these 10 levels, but sort of separate little adventure dungeons that you take on after reaching level 10. So I'm guessing those are very difficult. And I'm guessing that's where that legendary reward will have some use or something that won't. At least that sounded like it here in the text. Again, I don't know details. I didn't really look into that too much when I bought the base game, because I was like, gotta finish the base game first, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But maybe in the future we'll return to 2d6 Dungeon to do a lair or something like that, using Grunko, or we might return with a new adventurer, playing the base game again. Now that won't be immediately, won't be next week, probably not even next month. For now, there's other games I want to look at, and 2d6 Dungeon has taken up a big part of the channel and my time gaming these last few months. But that's not a bad thing. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Just, good to mix it up, and this is not a pure 2d6 Dungeon channel after all. So it'll be a bit till this returns to the table, but not out of resentment or negativity towards the game, but out of, I think, accomplishment with this first campaign here. As I said, I had started one private one myself and only did level 1 of the dungeon and never continued it, and then thought, let's do another one and record it, just so that will keep me at it, so I don't let that sort of slowly die as well. This is video 49, I think, and it's probably quite long at this point, but I didn't want to cut that up any further, this final encounter. Got one more video planned, which I'll see when I get around to it, but that's basically going to be a quick recap, looking through all of our levels here, just the path Grunko has taken, because I realized I didn't show all of them completely, colored in is the wrong word, but completely drawn out on video, because sometimes we went down to the next level and the previous one was left sort of unfinished. And also I'll probably give a few thoughts on the game, do like a mini review. Nothing super large, but I feel like by now I've got a bit of experience with the game under my belt, so I feel qualified to give a few opinions on the game for anyone that's thinking about picking it up. So you might see one more 2d6 Dungeon video soon. But that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed, hope you had fun with the series, and maybe I'll see you on a video for another game soon. If not, if you are just here to watch 2d6 Dungeon, consider sticking around or don't. It's really up to you. I just hope you had fun, and go buy the game, go try the game. I can only recommend it. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye.